What's up guys, SkateRat CJ here, and I have a new Jason Park 3-block board, and I am super stoked on this. I love the graphic, love the design, I love how the color is different this way, and yeah, the cat paws, you just can't go wrong. And it's got a red top ply, an 8.125, but yeah, I haven't had new trucks in probably like 10 years. I need new bearings, new hardware, new board, new everything. So, let's get started. So I'm gonna start by taking off my trucks. And I don't have like a skate tool, so this might be fast forwarded. Make sure to put your hardware back together so you don't lose all the pieces. Car. It's so cold to be doing a board setup video. It's only like 26, but yesterday it was like 12, so it's a little bit more of paradise today. Alright, we have the first truck off, and yeah, you can see right here all the bolt holes are completely off center and screwed up and warped and all sorts of stuff. Alright, so here's the damage report. The plies are splitting. When that happens with the board, it usually loses a lot of its pop. It looks a little puffed up, so it might have gotten a little bit of water damage skating in the cold yesterday. Yeah, plies are splitting there, and razor tail and splinters and all sorts of stuff that I'm just tired of. So I haven't had a complete setup in a long time. I usually just switch out my boards and make my trucks last really long. I've probably gone through 2 or 3 boards with these wheels, but they're finally coned out and ready to be changed out. My bearings are gritty, and yeah. Woohoo! Yes. I'm happy about this. So sick. Except when you have it upside down. But yeah, 3-block boards look about the same as a Revive, same amount of plies and everything. The concave's just as mellow as a Revive. I'm sure it's just as strong. And yeah, I really love the colors and the design. I'm just gonna show you how you would change a bearing if, say, you needed to clean it for any reason. I usually don't change out my bearings that often. Try to clean them if I can, but this is how you would end up doing it. I think I got a spacer on there. Nope. Anyway, you just put it about halfway onto that bearing, and then you just pop this way, and it falls right out. Just like on both sides. And yeah, my bearing casing, everything's just blown out on this board setup. So I'm not going to be using these. They're pretty trashed. And that's how you take out your bearing, and I'll show you how to put them back in on a new set of wheels. So I have the Spitfire Formula 4 Street Formula, or whatever they would be called. They're basically like traction controlled. They're pretty amazing. I've only skated them on my friend's board, so I'm gonna see if I can get used to them. And yeah, they're supposed to just make every trick slide out perfectly, and power slides are easier, and they're flat spot resistant. So I'm gonna give them a try. I already opened the package before this setup, but these are Bone Reds. Bone Reds are just an old school reliable bearing. Super fast, super durable. And I'm trying not to lose my spacers, which are these little guys right here. And so you would put a spacer on, and then you would put the bearings in the wheels, and then you'd put another spacer on, and then you would put the nut on. Just like that. Or like that. And this is how you would pop in your wheels. You want the red facing out. That's sort of a shield that protects your bearings from getting dirt in them. And I start by just pushing in, but that hurts to some extent. And then I go graphic in. A lot of skaters do, just to protect their graphic, because at some point your wheels will start to get coned out and you want to flip them over. And that will get the other side worn down as well. So that way you get the full use out of your wheels. And yeah, what you want to do is you just have that bearing with the color facing in, and then your graphic, if that's how you do it, and just push it in, put your weight into it, and then make sure it doesn't wobble when it spins. The graphic might wobble, but you don't want the wheel itself to wobble. So now we have that one on. Put the spacer on, and then your bolt. You gotta eat your spinach for this. Put your spacer on, don't drop it. It's really easy to lose. Put your bolt on, and there you go. I actually need to flip this one around because I'm an idiot. There goes my washer. Don't drop those again. Very easy to lose. Put the bolt on. And by the way, these are Thunder Hollow lights. They're supposed to be lighter and more durable. They're super great from what I've heard, and yeah, thought I'd give them a try. I have lost the spacer to this one, but I'm just gonna put it on anyway. Alright, got another truck set up, ready to be tightened onto the board. I want to get skating because I'm very cold just sitting here. Let's get the grip tape on the board. I am not very good at putting on grip tape. I don't go through boards all that fast, so I don't have a whole lot of practice with it. So we'll see how I do. So first off, you don't want to be doing this in cold weather. Supposedly it doesn't stick very well, so I'm going to apply it out here, I guess, just for the sake of having better lighting for the footage. I'm going to go inside and I don't know, hit this with a blow dryer or something gently so it will stick to the board. And I got Jessup. A lot of people hate Jessup. A lot of people love Jessup. I just needed a grip tape. So, I got Jessup. There we go. It's covering up both edges. And yeah, if you just feel around for air bubbles, you can just work them out. Most of the time you don't usually have to poke them or cut them. Alright, so now for the grip tape part is you just want to scrape the edges of this at about a 45-degree angle, so probably about like that with a screwdriver or something metal, and that's going to make it easier to cut off. And you don't want to do this too much because you don't want to make that line too big. It'll come off kind of torn looking. This will help you get a cleaner cut. Alright. Now for the cutting, just lift it up a little bit off the board because it will get pushed down a little bit after you rub it down. Alright, now for the part that I suck at the most is cutting the grip tape. So we'll see how that does because like I said, I'm not really the best at doing grip tape, but I can at least get grip on the board. Try not to aim into the board or else you'll gouge it. Not the prettiest job, but at least I got grip on my board. Yeah, it's, like I said, not the best. And to even it out, you can usually just take a sheet of grip, the part that you've already cut, and just sort of sand down the edges, and that'll help it stick a little bit better too. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there is spots that want to separate from the board, so I'm going to go inside and just gently hit this with a blow dryer, and that should help it stay on, because right now it does kind of feel like it wants to peel off the board. Ah! Got it like perfectly positioned, then kicked it. Alright. So after blow drying, it looks like it's stuck pretty well to the edges. Still a little warm. So now I'm going to get the trucks on. Get everything tightened up and get ready to skate, because I am getting cold. Alright, now we got the holes poked, we are ready for trucks. And I found the other washer that I dropped in my pocket. I finally found the washer. It actually dropped out of my pants because they're cuffed right here, and it was stuck in there, so I'm gonna get that one on there. Alright, so I don't know if I remember getting any hardware when I ordered a Revive board. So I guess I don't get sent hardware, I'm not quite sure on that. But I was surprised that I didn't get sent hardware with new trucks. So I'm gonna have to use these old ones, I mean, kind of crappy, like just old and somewhat stripped, so hopefully I can get the board together with them. Almost put my trucks on backwards like an idiot. I like to have the 2 colored bolts on the nose just to mark it. You can have it on the tail, it doesn't matter at all. Alright, so what I like to do is get them all tight, because if you tighten just one too tight, it could, I don't know, offset the steering of the truck, I guess. So I just kind of get them all to the same tightness, and then I get ready to sink these screws into the deck so it's flush with everything. And I don't think it really matters which one you start with, but I just try to evenly tighten them all at once. Now we got our trucks on nice and tight, nice and strong, and straight. Everything bad's good. Now I just need to tighten up the wheels, and then I'm also going to tighten my trucks. You want the tiniest bit of wiggle. I don't know if you could hear that, but it's just barely wiggling, and that will keep you from tightening this too much, and it will bend your bearing in and damage it. So you don't want to do that. You just want the slightest bit of wiggle. Now we just need to tighten our trucks. In order to do that, you're probably going to want to stand on it first and see how tight it is in the first place. Those need to be way tighter. This is what you turn to make your trucks tighter. The tighter the bolt is, the tighter the trucks are. And with a set of brand new trucks, after you skate them for a while, you're probably going to have to re-tighten them again, because those bushings will keep readjusting and you'll have to keep readjusting. Give it a test. It's getting a little bit better, still a little loose for me. Alright, screw that, I got these. Still not a socket wrench, but should work pretty well. Oh yeah, much easier. Yep, there we go. I just don't want it to bite when I do a trick. Have the wheel touch the board to the spot, and then it'll stop your wheel and you go flying forward. I'm gonna tighten it one more time. Alright, so we have the trucks pretty much tightened. I'm just going to get a kickflip test in and maybe some 180s and stuff. New trucks feel very awkward. New wheels makes me feel like I'm really up high. So far I like the pop. Everything about the board's awesome. Everything about the setup's awesome. I just need to get used to it. So I'm sorry if some of these tricks are a little sketchy. I've been sitting down in the cold for the past 20 minutes trying to film the setup. So I hope I can at least get some tricks for you. That board's got some pop, yo. now it's time for a kickflip test. Oh. Alright, it's so grippy that the board just flies right up to your feet and it's hard to get used to that. So I'm just going to keep trying to get a decent kickflip. Yeah, slightly more bored. I'm definitely going to have to get used to kickflips. Let's give it another shot. So far, it's awesome. It's just a little awkward. Have to get used to actually having a nose and a tail to pop on. You can see how vicious my street is and how bad it rips up boards, but so far it feels great. Having new trucks is something to get very used to after 10 years. It turns. It actually turns. The new bearings are amazing. I can actually roll on my street. The streets are very rough. The wheels, when you land a trick and you don't rotate all the way, you can just kind of power slide or revert right through it because, like, I don't know, they got like traction control magic. They're super cool. So 10 out of 10 on the setup. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. All it was supposed to be is really just a setup with a couple tricks in the end of it, but I dig my new board. It's so cool. I haven't had a complete setup in so long, like I said, and yeah, it's really awesome. And it's past Christmas, so I'm sure a lot of you guys got new skateboards, so I encourage you to go out and skate. And if you don't know how to put it together, hopefully this helps. So like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and have a great day. Go skate. I'm also wondering, what should I do with this? I think I got an idea. Snow flip.